You do not stop tanks with something lighter than a tank. That is the rule everyone believes by 1944. Armor beats thin steel. Big guns crush small ones. And when German panzers move, they move like a fist, fast, concentrated, unstoppable. Adolf Hitler believes this rule as strongly as anyone. He believes in armor as shock, as terror, as decision. He believes that if enough steel moves forward at once, the enemy will break, because they always have. The Germans have Panthers now. Tigers. Long-barreled 75s that punch through Allied armor at a mile. Crews hardened by years of victory. Officers trained to think in sweeping maneuvers, not cautious steps. Against this, the Americans field something the Germans openly mock. A tank destroyer. Open-topped. Thin-skinned. Lightly armored. Designed not to duel, but to ambush. German intelligence dismisses it. German commanders sneer at it. Hitler barely acknowledges it. Because in every war before this one, such a machine would be dead on arrival. But in August of 1944, in the hedgerows of Normandy, that rule finally breaks. And when it does, it halts an entire German armored army cold. Lieutenant Colonel James H. Polk is not a flashy man. In his early 40s, Polk is a professional soldier, shaped more by study and discipline than bravado. He commands the 823rd Tank Destroyer Battalion, an outfit trained for a kind of war many still don't believe in. Tank destroyer doctrine is controversial from the start. Instead of building heavier tanks, the U.S. Army creates fast, lightly armored vehicles armed with powerful guns. Their job is simple on paper and terrifying in reality. Wait. Let enemy armor advance. Then strike from concealment. It is a doctrine born from hard math. Speed over armor. Firepower over protection. Coordination over individual heroics. But by 1944, even many American commanders doubted. Nowhere is the skepticism louder than in Normandy. The Allies have broken out of the beachhead. Operation Cobra has shattered German defenses. Patton's Third Army is racing across France. For the first time since 1939, Germany is losing ground fast. Hitler refuses to accept this. Instead, he orders a counteroffensive, Operation Luttich. Its objective is bold to the point of madness. Drive west from Mortain to the sea, cut off the American spearheads and split the Allied armies in half. To do it, he commits what remains of his armored reserves in Normandy. Panthers, Tigers, veteran crews. The attack comes at dawn on August 7, 1944. Polk's battalion is in the way, and everything about his equipment says he should fail. The morning fog hangs low over the Norman countryside. Hedgerows choke the fields, thick earthen walls topped with tangled roots and brush. Visibility is measured in yards, not miles. Roads twist through villages that look peaceful until they start burning. Polk receives reports just after first light. German armor is moving. Not probing. Not skirmishing. Advancing in force. Panthers from the 2nd and 116th Panzer Divisions push forward with infantry riding the decks. Engines rumble through the mist. Tracks grind against stone roads. The sound carries long before the tanks appear. Polk does not order a charge. He orders silence. M10 tank destroyers roll into position under cover of darkness. Crews kill engines. They camouflage with branches and earth. Guns elevate just enough to clear the hedgerows. The M10 is a strange beast. Open turret. Armor thin enough that a German 75 can punch through it from almost any angle. But it carries a powerful 3-inch gun, and it is faster than most German armor. Polk's orders are clear. Do not fire until the range collapses. Do not reveal yourself early. Let them come. At 1,200 yards, you can hear the Germans clearly now. Commands shouted. Engines revving. Tracks clanking. At 900 yards, the fog begins to thin. At 600 yards, the first Panther nose breaks through a gap in the hedgerow. You feel your pulse in your ears. At 400 yards, Polk gives the order. Fire. The first American round slams into the lead Panther's side armor. The tank shudders, then erupts in flame. The second Panther slews sideways, trying to pivot its gun. The second M10 fires. Another hit. Another kill. German radios explode with confused traffic. Where is the enemy? They fire back blindly. Shells rip through hedgerows. Dirt and shrapnel rain down. One M10 takes a hit and burns. Its crew bails out under machine gun fire. Polk shifts positions immediately. What the Germans hit is empty ground. The M10s move fast, 40 miles an hour on roads. They vanish behind hedgerows and reappear somewhere else entirely. Another ambush. Another Panther destroyed. Another German advance stalled. The Germans try to regroup. Infantry pushes forward to flush out the guns. But American artillery, already zeroed in, slams the approach routes. White phosphorus bursts scatter the infantry. Smoke blinds the armor. A Tiger appears, its thick armor shrugging off a frontal hit. Polk does not panic. He orders a flanking maneuver. Two M10s race along a sunken lane, engines screaming. They burst out behind the Tiger at less than 200 yards. One shot. Then another. The Tiger burns. By midday, German crews are shaken. They report American armor everywhere, moving faster than expected, firing from impossible angles. What they don't realize is the truth. There are fewer than they think. And they are fighting doctrine, not machines. Failure looms. German units press on anyway. Hitler's orders are absolute. By nightfall, the battlefield is littered with wrecks. Burned out Panthers. Disabled half-tracks. Abandoned guns. The German advance has moved miles less than planned. And it is only the first day. For the next 72 hours, Polk's battalion repeats the pattern. Ambush. Relocate. Strike again. German armor bleeds itself dry against positions it cannot see and enemies it cannot pin down. At one point, a German column breaks through toward Hill 314, a critical observation point. American infantry clings to the heights, surrounded. Supplies are dropped by air. Casualties mount. Polk commits everything he has. The M10s fire until barrels glow. Crews work with hands blistered and ears ringing. Losses come, but the line holds. The German timetable collapses. Fuel runs out. Ammunition dwindles. Luftwaffe support never arrives. Operation Luttich dies in the hedgerows. And the worthless tank destroyer has just done the impossible. If you find this kind of forgotten military history as fascinating as we do, we'd be honored if you'd hit that subscribe button. We believe these stories of courage, sacrifice, and hard-earned military genius deserve to be told. And by subscribing, you help us ensure they aren't forgotten. What German commanders don't fully understand, what Hitler refuses to accept, is how badly this changes the war. The Mortain counterattack is Germany's last chance to regain the initiative in Normandy. Its failure seals the fate of the German 7th Army. Within weeks, Allied forces close the Falaise pocket. Tens of thousands of German soldiers are captured or destroyed. Entire divisions cease to exist. The tank destroyer, dismissed as a stopgap, has proven something far more important than raw firepower. Doctrine matters. Speed matters. Flexibility beats brute force. German after-action reports quietly acknowledge the shock. American vehicles appear, disappear, and reappear. They do not fight like tanks. They do not behave as expected. The old assumptions no longer work. Across the Allied armies, lessons spread fast. Ambush tactics refine. Combined arms coordination tightens. Air power, artillery, infantry, and mobile anti-armor units begin to function as a single system. The German armored arm never recovers its dominance. The road to Paris opens. Then the Rhine. Then Berlin. And it starts here, against a weapon no one respected. Lieutenant Colonel James H. Polk survives the war. So do many of his men, though far too many do not. They are drivers in their 20s, gunners barely old enough to shave, farm boys, mechanics, clerks who learn to fight steel with timing and nerve. Their tank destroyers do not end up in museums as icons of power. They are remembered, if at all, as footnotes. But their impact is written across the map of Europe. To this day, Mortain stands as a lesson. Not about machines, but about thinking. Because every war punishes those who cling to rules that no longer fit reality. If this story moved you, please hit that like button. Every click tells the algorithm this piece of history is worth remembering. We're dedicated to rescuing these forgotten stories from the archives. If you want to join us on this mission, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Where are you watching from? Drop a comment with your city or country and tell us if someone in your family served. Thank you for ensuring that Lieutenant Colonel James H. Polk and the men of the 823rd Tank Destroyer Battalion do not disappear into silence. They deserve to be remembered.